London Heathrow Terminal number 4, Holiday Inn Express, courtyard. Let's look. This is the only surviving link you'll find on Google Maps, the web-based one, and the others have all been killed off, and also in Google Earth. And I'm using a version of Google Earth, version 7, that's portable, so it's going to have limitations. This is not using that. This is using the web-based thing. I want you to notice that that wall is bent in a very odd angle, and there's a shelf kind of shape here. And I want you to notice that that wall continues over here for a pretty good distance. Let's get a better perspective because this one's complete crap, but you'll recognize it in a minute. Now, this is an angle looking the other direction. It's not associated with it. There's some problems with this location in that the only really good place to take an image or a video, there's only a few people who've done it, is an area with a lot of glass and people don't film it correctly. There's a catwalk and there's windows on each side of the catwalk for each floor that goes across this big courtyard, and we're underneath it when we look from there and we look from here. That should clear it up a little bit. Let's get some more data. This is one angle from fairly high up above on the catwalk looking over the edge. See that corner there? That's the same one we were looking towards from what looked like a lounge area. And you can see this area out here can be changed, and they can put up pillars and artwork and make it impossible for it to be consistent. So let's go back again. Yes, that's that corner. Looks very different, doesn't it? Well, that's the shelving there. There's the shelving. And that, well, it's not consistent. Well, this thing here is a specific object in this quasi-courtyard. This thing. So, yeah, it gets really visually confusing looking at this. Nothing about this thing has the angles straightened up in such a way that I would call this easily understood. Anyway, this pillar the person's looking over or looking past, trying to look past the glass, covers up that there's a wall back there. And we're underneath that catwalk area. Let's go a little further. Now we can see this, and again, nobody takes a photo the right way. So we can look over to the right here and see that there's a split from approximately over here back over. I'll get to why I'm doing this video in a minute. But anyway, there's that corner again. It's one reference point. Let me go here. Oh, now we've turned only slightly to the right, and we've added a little more context. And yeah, this is that catwalk and the wall over here. And it goes up 4 floors or something. Now we're going to look here. And look, oh, now we get some context. We're now on the other side of it. This is on the other side of that catwalk. And now we see some glass here. And this is right up on top of it, looking down into this area. And this is the catwalk thing. And if somebody would just turn to the left or do a wraparound, I'll talk about the Wonder Woman spin rule in a minute. That's what I call it anyway. So we notice some green out here. And we also notice these rails, this courtyard area. And that's what it looks like. It totally looks like someplace you'd be walking around, or there'd be like a staircase over here, or there's a bar there. And now we're up on this catwalk area, this glass-sided wall. And now we see the liminal space, aka level 188. If you're not aware of it, if you're in a hotel, no-tel, motel, and you make sure that every room has a window to look through, you can legitimately say every room has a view. It doesn't matter if it's a view of a cement wall or yet another apartment or room, or maybe these are just computer screens displaying what people might think they would see through the window. I don't know. By the way, that looks like an air conditioning system, but I don't know. And I mean, it appears to have a little driveway and sidewalk, and it looks like it was completely procedurally generated by some entity trying to keep you trapped or some such shit. Now, really, it does look very, very unsettling and weird. Not because it's familiar or unfamiliar, but because it doesn't make any damn sense. London Heathrow Terminal number 4, Holiday Inn Express courtyard, fake courtyard, and, well, an inner area, backroom level 188. And yes, you'll find people who have imported the 360 views to other parts of the planet, apparently, because Google Maps is nothing if not inconsistent and then just randomly erasing crap. So yeah, that's why this is a lot like all the others, almost impossible to track down, difficult to nail down and understand, and making a space like this that is confusing is, I guess, artistic license that needs to be revoked. But hey, some of you already knew where this image came from. You already looked it up, found it on Reddit, that sort of thing. And now I'm going to bring up the Wonder Woman spin demand. You can tell, this is the only clue I ever had from it. You can tell by seeing this metal post here that someone lined up the photo with. This is the liminal space one. This really is the Backrooms level 188 image. Someone went to the effort of not turning around. I call it Zoolander syndrome or refusing to do the Wonder Woman spin. How many of you have seen some sort of supposedly mysterious image on the internet that wouldn't be a mystery if you just turned around 360 degrees one damn time so we could get an idea of the context? People who don't do that. You will see people do a video. Usually it's a conspiracy theorist or somebody teasing at something. I don't want to name any specific names, but you get the idea. And they'll point the camera and they will frustratingly not cover a certain part of the environment. They will avoid it. And because of that, even though this is being taken from an area where there's an entire window on both sides, apparently, where someone could just stand there and do a single rotation and eliminate our ability to be confused or lost or not be able to understand this. That there's a video out there, somebody did that. I'll try to find it and I'll post a link to it. But the point is, yeah, the space is real, it happened, etc., and it's deliberately designed to be confusing, and it contains components that don't make any sense because that looks like a roadway and these look like sidewalks and that looks like a green space, but it's essentially cordoned off to keep you from going into it, and it was done for weird purposes. It looks like it's a repurposed building, and very importantly, someone refused to do a simple contextual rotation. Let's look at everything. That's why Google Street Views are made out of Google Spheres. It's not a real mapped location unless you go and circle around in 360, like a Wonder Woman spin. And you will, again, you can't unsee it. You watch someone on YouTube. They're doing a video someplace, but they avoid finishing doing a 360 view of things. They'll do everything to avoid that because they know subconsciously it's teasing us and we want to have closure and know what's behind them or behind the curtain they're creating. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that.